Rejuvenate your skin. Wow. What a difference. Look at before and after. Look at that. Look at the difference. Just a little bit of moisturizer.
He goes, that's what I want to talk to you about. He goes, the money you gave me, I worked really hard, and I got a scholarship. I don't need your money anymore.
You know, folks, there's shocking news. And then there's the kind that stops you in your tracks. The kind that spreads across the world in minutes and leaves fans everywhere stunned. And today, that news is about Jay Leno, a man millions grew up watching every night. A man known for laughter, engines, and that unmistakable grin. But what he revealed just moments ago is devastating, heartfelt, and unlike anything he's ever shared before. Jay Leno, the legendary late-night icon, has delivered an announcement that has shaken Hollywood, the comedy world, and his global fan base to its core. For decades, he seemed invincible, unstoppable, a man powered by humor and horsepower. But today, he made a revelation no one was prepared for. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because what you're about to hear may forever change how you see Jay Leno and the journey that brought him here. For so many years, Jay felt untouchable, the guy who made America laugh during some of its hardest times, the man who seamlessly transitioned from stand-up comedy to one of the biggest jobs in entertainment, hosting The Tonight Show. From his first night in 1992 to his emotional farewell in 2014, Jay wasn't just another host. He was an era of classic humor, relentless work ethic, and authentic connection with viewers at home. But behind the jokes and behind that famous garage filled with priceless cars was a man dealing with struggles the public never truly saw. And what he finally admitted today shocked everyone, even his closest friends. Over the past few months, fans began noticing something unusual. Jay wasn't showing up at major car events anymore. He wasn't popping up on late-night appearances. And he wasn't greeting collectors or mechanics the way he used to. It wasn't just a slowdown. It was a disappearance. Quiet, uncharacteristic, concerning. At first, people assumed it was age catching up with him. Others whispered it was burnout. But insiders said there was something far more serious going on. A longtime friend claimed Jay had been reflecting more than usual and shared a line that now feels haunting. You can spend your whole life making people laugh, but eventually the silence catches up. At the time, it sounded poetic. Today, it sounds like a warning. Jay Leno has always been known for resilience. After enduring third-degree burns in a garage fire and suffering a motorcycle accident shortly after, most people would have retired then and there, but not Jay. He came back smiling, bandaged, scarred, but unbroken. It made fans believe he was invincible, but what he shared today felt different, deeper, more personal, and painfully final. Jay's announcement began just like one of his classic monologues, warm, simple, familiar. Except this time, instead of standing behind a desk,
Maybe 10 days total in intensive care in the burn center, and then I'm out. I mean, I had no face 2 weeks ago, and now it's like, okay. I mean, I tried to get the Clooney face, but that wasn't available, so
he was standing in his iconic Burbank garage. Surrounded by decades of memories on wheels, he looked directly into the camera, and without a joke, without a smile, began speaking. His tone was slow, heavy, emotional. "I've lived a blessed life," he said quietly. "But there comes a time when you have to be honest with yourself and with the people who stood by you." Fans instantly felt something was wrong. Jay never opened a speech that seriously unless the moment demanded it. Then the truth began to unfold. Jay explained that his long recovery after his accidents took a toll that he never publicly acknowledged. While the cameras saw him crack jokes and get back to work, behind the scenes, he faced pain, limitations, and exhaustion he kept hidden to protect the people who looked up to him. He admitted his mobility had become more limited. He said therapy had become harder. And he said he spent more time reflecting on life than he ever expected at this stage of his career. And then came the first devastating blow. "I've decided it's time to slow down, time to step back, time to let go." The room fell silent, and so did millions watching the live stream. Jay Leno, who built a life around two things, laughter and motion, was announcing he was stepping away from the spotlight entirely. The man who outlasted every rival, who taped Jay Leno's garage during the day and performed stand-up at night, who once said he feared sitting still more than anything, was now choosing stillness. He continued, "I used to think if you stopped moving, you faded away. But I've learned that stillness doesn't mean weakness, it means peace." Those words shook fans around the world, Messages poured in, tributes flooded social media. Jay Leno was retiring from public life, not temporarily, not partially, but fully. But then he revealed something no one saw coming. Instead of doing a farewell tour or recording a final comedy special, Jay said he was donating a large portion of his beloved car collection to foundations supporting young mechanics and engineers. "These cars gave me purpose," he said, "but they should inspire the next generation, not gather dust behind closed doors." To fans, that was like giving away a piece of his soul. His garage wasn't just a collection, it was his life's timeline, displayed in chrome and steel. But that wasn't the most shocking part of the announcement. Jay paused, took a deep breath, and said the words that devastated fans everywhere. "There's something I haven't told anyone yet." His voice grew unsteady, his eyes lowered. "I've been diagnosed with something that makes every day a little harder." He didn't specify the condition. He didn't describe symptoms. But the pain in his voice said everything. The strain on his expression confirmed what many feared. He finally admitted that the combination of past injuries, stress, and the wear of decades in the spotlight led to complications affecting his strength, balance, and energy. And his doctors advised him to step away completely if he wanted the chance to heal and to protect his future. Even in that heartbreaking moment, Jay remained humble. "I'm not afraid," he said. "I'm grateful. I got to live my dream for more than 40 years.
Probably the toughest part was every day she'd wake up and realize someone had called today to tell her mother had passed away.
But fans weren't ready, not for this. Not for Jay Leno, the Iron Man of late night, to step away forever. Then, just when people thought the announcement was over, Jay revealed one final surprise. "There's one last project I need to finish before I step away for good." This mysterious final project became the subject of global speculation. Was it a final stand-up special? One last season of Jay Leno's Garage? A farewell tour? The truth, insiders soon revealed, was far more emotional. Jay Leno had been secretly filming a deeply personal documentary. One not about cars, not about comedy, but about life beyond fame. A documentary capturing the quiet reflections, emotional moments, and internal struggles of a man who spent a lifetime performing for the world. The documentary, rumored to be titled The Last Ride, follows Jay as he restores the very first car he ever owned, the car that started his lifelong journey. Throughout the film, Jay talks openly about success, regrets, the loneliness of working nonstop, and the realization that fame doesn't protect you from life's hardest truths. He visits old comedy clubs where he once performed for tiny crowds. He talks to young comedians who remind him of the hungry dreamer he once was. He shares rare stories about his marriage with Mavis, including candid moments she's never spoken about publicly. Jay even returns to the spot in his garage where the fire that nearly killed him began. Instead of anger, he smiles and says, "You can't love something without risking it. That's true for cars, and for life." Industry insiders who viewed early cuts said the final 10 minutes of the documentary are some of the most moving in television history. Jay completes the restoration of his first car, wipes the chrome clean, and drives into the California desert at sunset. No jokes, no applause, no flashy ending, just Jay and peace. His final narration echoes over the image. Every road ends somewhere, but if you enjoyed the ride, that's enough. After the documentary was revealed, fans assumed that was the final twist. But then, a handwritten letter from Jay leaked, a letter he intended to release only after the film's premiere. And this letter ignited an emotional wave across the world. In it, Jay wrote, "For years, I thought my job was to make people laugh when life wasn't funny. But what I've learned is that laughter is only half the story. The other half is love, the people who stand with you when the lights go out." He admitted he'd spent so much time working, performing, and chasing the next project that he sometimes forgot to be present in his own life.
Thank you. Thank you.
He shared regrets, heartfelt apologies, and gratitude for the people who never left his side. He revealed that journaling during his recovery became his lifeline, pages filled with reflections on mortality, ambition, fear, and hope. Those journals are now being turned into a memoir to accompany the documentary. A memoir written not by Jay the comedian, but Jay the human being. Mavis contributes passages, friends provide reflections, and the book paints a portrait of a man learning how to let go with dignity. The world reacted with overwhelming love. Late-night hosts, comedians, car enthusiasts, millions of fans, all thanking him for decades of laughter, resilience, and kindness. Jay hasn't appeared publicly since his announcement. He spends quiet days with Mavis now, occasionally visiting the garage, but mostly enjoying peaceful drives along the coast. something he never had time for in his younger years. And yet, one cryptic line from Jay still echoes in fans' minds. You'll understand everything when you see the ending. What exactly does he mean? Is it closure, a final message, a reflection on life, or something more final? Whatever the answer, the world is waiting. And Jay Leno's story, once filled with applause and engines, has become something far more profound. A lesson about legacy, a lesson about gratitude, a lesson about knowing when to take your hands off the wheel and simply coast.